Scrapbookers. I'm Megan and I am back today with a new life update video. So it's been a couple months since the last time I've done an update. I believe the last time I did one was in May or June. I could be wrong, but we were at that time selling our house, and I believe, I don't remember if I told you, but there was some things that happened because we were selling our house and we had made an offer on a house that we wanted to move into, and it was contingent on our house selling, and we were going to hopefully have sold our house by June 10th. But what ended up happening was the seller of the house that we wanted kept the house on the market to see if they could get other offers, which we did agree to, and they did actually get another offer. And so they asked us to either, move up our closing date, whatever, and we hadn't sold the house or didn't even have anybody interested. And so we basically had to forfeit the house to these other people, which really sucked. But in the long run, we were actually really happy that that happened. So we kept the house on the market until, what was it? July 1st. And then we did take the house off the market because it wasn't selling. We weren't really getting a lot of interested buyers. We did have a couple, like one offer, but it was such a bad offer. Like, they offered 20 grand below asking price. And on top of that, they wanted us to give them 25 grand. Which I was like, okay, that's basically 50 grand in your pocket. Why would we do that? No. So we counter offered with full asking price, and then we would give them 10 grand, which I thought was kind of stupid. And I'm glad that they didn't accept that offer, because I was like, no, why are we going to give them even 10 grand? Like, I don't want to give them anything. If anything, we'll pay closing costs. Anyway, that didn't, they didn't accept that. Instead, they did a verbal counter offer, and they verbally said, we want to offer it was like, because our asking price was $335, and they offered $325, still with the 25 grand concession that they wanted us to give them. And so we just walked away. We said, nope, we're not going to entertain this. We're not playing this back and forth game. Either you pay us asking or nothing. And we never got another offer from them. So it was kind of frustrating, because we were super excited to finally get an offer, but at the same time, we just kind of were like, are you serious? And our realtor tried to talk to their realtor and tried to talk her into having them come up to asking price, but she was brand new to realtor, or to being a realtor, and this couple, I'm guessing, or family, whatever, they had never, like, this was the first house they were buying, and so it's like they didn't know the rules. But like, you don't just ask for all of these things. Like, it was so ridiculous, like, just ridiculous. So we just kind of walked away. Haven't heard from them, since that verbal offer. They never even put it into writing, which was probably smart on their part, because we weren't going to accept it. So we walked away from that one. And the next week, I think we had a couple people do showings, but then July 1st came around, and Ashley and I were really stressed at that point, and just the kids were home all the time and stuff was going on with Ashley's ex, and just life was really crazy. And so we decided to pull it off the market. At first, we were thinking we would finish fixing up the backyard and then put it back on the market here in, August or September. But at this point, we're not going to worry about putting it back on the market. Yes, it's a small house and we were wanting to sell it so that we could get something bigger, because it's only, it's like, I believe the square footage is like 1248 square feet, which is teeny tiny for as big of a family we have. Like, we have 7 people living in this house and 3 dogs. Like, it's teeny. Everybody has their own bed, but like, it's small. So we're a little bit bummed because we did find we found 2 or 3 other houses that we really liked, but nobody ever, put an offer on our house. So on July 1st, we just decided, okay, we're done. We're going to take a break with the wedding coming up, and like, there was just drama with the kids' dad and stuff. And so it was just we just needed that break, and less stress, because we were stressed every day that we had a showing and having to get all 3 dogs out. And Leviticus had guinea pigs and stuff. So it was just a lot. So we decided to pull it off the market, and we're still fixing up the backyard. We got sod laid down, and that is in. It's kind of thriving. It's kind of not. Like, I'm kind of just, I don't know what to do with the backyard anymore. Like, we're kind of frustrated at the people we bought the place from, because like, the backyard is just an awful place. Like, even the areas where we dug out the weeds and we put the grass down, we still have weeds coming up into the grass, and it's just so super frustrating. So we're continuing to water the grass and like do the sod and all of that, and most of it has taken. It's just like the corners of all the corners and the edges of the sod, like it's yellow. It's not doing great. So I don't even know what to do. We probably need to start fertilizing it maybe and figure out what to do with it now. We've mowed it once. We haven't had to mow it again, which probably isn't a great sign. So I'm just kind of like at a loss right now on what to do. So if you have any tips on lawns and how to help them grow after sod being laid, like, because that was at the end of May that we laid the sod. So that's been, May 31st, June, July. So yeah, that's been 2 months. So it should be like growing and thriving by now, but it's not. I'll post some photos and maybe do like a little video share of the outside. So right now what we're working on is laying down bricks to make a little fire pit area in the middle of where we had the sod laid. So we're working on that. We're also, like, the kids, one of their summer chores is to pull weeds every day for an hour, because the backyard, if you let the backyard go without pulling weeds, it gets overgrown in like a few days. So one of their daily chores is to pull weeds, and so that's being slow. And so right now, actually, after I do this video, I'm gonna go out and, start working on the fire pit so that we can kind of get all of that laid down. We did the sand thing, and we probably actually need to go get more polymeric sand, so that once we lay down all of the bricks that we have, then we can put the polymeric sand in the cracks and just seal it and everything. I did a lot of research about this, and it's not working out. Like, I have learned a lot about using bricks and pavers, and I am definitely, if I ever do something like this, I have learned a lot about doing pavers and bricks and pouring sand and all of that. So it's kind of good. Like, it's not working out perfectly the way I thought it would, but it's experience, and it's good because then I learn, so that hopefully if I ever do this again, it'll go a lot smoother the next time I do it. So that's kind of what I'm just telling myself and helping myself feel better. So the thing that we did was we dug too deep. I think we went down 7 inches on one of the sides. So instead of only going down, like, because I think we wanted to do 3 inches of the paver sand and then 1 inch of the leveling sand, and then put the bricks. Well, we dug down too deep, because on one of the sides, I think the deepest it was 7 inches. So we put down the sand and then realized, oh crap, we're not gonna have enough. So we had to go get more, but we're on a budget. And so we put all of the sand down and everything. And then now we're having to put down dirt to make it hit the right level. So we've learned a lot. That's where we're gonna leave it at. We've learned a lot, and we probably will never do something like this again. I think if we ever do something like this again, we will probably just do cement. In all reality, I was thinking cement was gonna be way too much, that it was going to be too expensive. But in looking at the cement now, I think the biggest reason was because we're doing a circle, and I didn't want to have to worry about the circle, because you have to do, you know, like the, what is it called, the stabilizers and stuff. So anyway, it's just this whole thing, and we can't wait to be done with this project. But I will walk out towards the end of the video and kind of show you what we have done and the progress on it, so that you guys can kind of see. Okay, let's see. So that's the house stuff. So that's what we're working on right now. We're working on getting all the weeds out and putting in the fire pit, so that hopefully we can use the fire pit before it gets to be snowy. We'll see. This is all taking way too long, and I think that's the biggest frustration, is everything, like, I wanted to be done with the whole backyard before August. That was the plan, but it's like life happened, and yeah, so we're in August now, and we're still trying to work on the backyard. I think we've decided, instead of doing a wood porch, and I'll kind of show you guys the area when I walk you out there. But instead of doing a wood porch, because we were gonna do a wood porch next to all of the grass, I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do cement. And I think that's gonna end up being quite a bit cheaper, even though the cement is going to, because it's like 26 feet by 38 feet, 40 feet, like it's gonna be quite expensive. So I don't know if we're gonna finish it this summer. So we'll just kind of have to see how that goes. I have a whole list of stuff that I want to talk about here. So that's what you see me holding right now. So we're gonna just leave the house off the market, and we're just gonna fix up the house. So for the next little while, we're gonna fix up the backyard. And then once we're done with the backyard, we're gonna move on to the front yard. There are some plans that, you know, some ideas that we have about the front yard. There's like a part of the yard where we had our camper that was sitting on the grass because we didn't want it in the driveway. Well, once we put it on the market, we moved it from the grass, and the grass is just growing weeds where there used to be grass. Like, I don't even understand why, because there were like barely any weeds in the front yard. But then once we moved the camper, all the weeds started coming in. And so since we've been focusing on the backyard so much, the front yard has kind of turned to crap. So we're a little bit frustrated that we didn't kind of focus on both the front and the back at the same time, but it's hard. Like, life, we don't have a whole lot of time in life, right? So yeah, I'll kind of show you like the front yard as well, and just kind of give you an idea when I'm telling you what we want to do in the front yard. Then once we fix up the front yard next year, we're thinking we'll move into the house, and there's a bunch of plans that we want to do with the house, because the kitchen is like basically this teeny tiny box. And we have fixed up the kitchen, like we added in a dishwasher, because for 2 years we lived without a dishwasher and it was awful. Especially with 7 people. And when Ellie lived with us, when we first moved in the first year in 2023, there was 8 of us and we didn't have a dishwasher. It was awful. So yeah, this year we put in a dishwasher, and that has been heavenly. We have heavily enjoyed that. It's been amazing. So we are going to there's like a pantry that takes up like a whole wall. We're gonna cut that out and make it into like a counter space, and then add in some shelving and stuff along the dining room wall and everything. And the kids' rooms, we're thinking we want to put laminate flooring in there, because they have carpet in the kids' rooms, and the kids' rooms are always the dirtiest and the worst. And we have dogs that have pooped and peed in the rooms, and so it's like we just need to tear the carpet out and redo all that. Then we also want to redo our master closet, because it's kind of set up really funky. And maybe I'll do a whole nother walkthrough. If you're interested in seeing our house, maybe I'll do a walkthrough and tell you all of our plans in a different video. So that's kind of what we're thinking. And then we also want to remodel the laundry area. We just have like a laundry closet, but the doors broke on it because it's the really crappy builder grade doors, and the kids broke them. And so we've been wanting to put in a barn door, but we just haven't had the time or the money or the space. Like, it's such a small area. So we're gonna just fix that too. And then maybe in a year or two, we will look into selling our house. I don't know. We'll kind of see how the next year goes. So those are all the projects that we kind of want to focus on in the next year. So we're thinking we'll finish the backyard hopefully in the next month or two before it starts snowing. And then once it starts snowing and getting cold outside, we'll move the projects inside, and we'll start working on inside projects during the winter. And then hopefully next spring and summer, we'll fix up the front yard and finish that. And then maybe next year we'll just enjoy the whole house, and then maybe in 2 summers, so not next summer but the summer after that, kind of see where we're at. And at that point, Ashley's oldest will probably be going to college and moving out. So then that kind of gives us a little bit more space and wiggle room to kind of figure out how big of a house we want to get, because ultimately Ashley's dream is to have land, like 5 acres of land, if not more. And she wants to have horses, and I want to have Highland cows and other animals, quails and chickens, and just like a whole little miniature farm. That's like our dream. And it's exciting to kind of think about it, but it's hard to wait the 2 plus years. But we're hoping that within the next 2 years we could move out to the country and get tons of acres, and then have animals and all of that. So that's kind of the goal, and that's kind of what we're thinking right now. Let's see. Okay, so that's all about the house stuff. Yeah, that's all about the house. So now let's jump into other aspects of life. So July 12th of this year, 2025, Ashley and I got married. Yay! Excuse me. We got married, and I will try to remember to insert photos here. I have a few photos from the photographer and friends and family, so I'll insert some photos for you guys to kind of see the ceremony and the wedding and just stuff. But it was such a magical day. Like, it was perfection. I don't know how to explain it. Our friends, so both Ashley and I had our best friends come. One of my best friends lives here, and then one lives in Washington, which is my scrappy bestie, Hannah. And you guys all know Hannah. So she actually drove in on Thursday. We got married on July 12th, which was a Saturday. So she was here Thursday night, and then Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. And most everybody left Sunday morning. So it was such an amazing weekend. Ashley and I both had Friday off. We spent, time getting all of the preparations finished off and everything, and did errands. And then I had a bachelorette party Friday night. And so I'll post a couple photos here too about that, photos of that. And it was just so much fun. It was the perfect weekend. I didn't want it to stop. I didn't want it to end. And Saturday, the day of the wedding, our friends and family, they all helped us set up, and just everybody was so amazing. And I couldn't have asked for a better day. I was kind of worried because I was like, well, I know everything that goes on, that needs to happen, and we did have a plan set up so that our friends and family could see the plan, and everybody knew what needed to be done. And so it was kind of nice that once that day came, our friends kind of just took over everything so that Ashley and I could just worry about ourselves and the kids. And yeah, so that was really awesome. Our friends just kind of took everything over and took care of all of the extra stuff so that Ashley and I could focus on us. And that was just amazing. And the ceremony was beautiful and just perfect. It was so good. So it was amazing. I didn't want it to end. I was so sad when it ended, and Ashley and I were able to go to a hotel ourselves. Well, we didn't go to a hotel. We went to this little mini cabin thing that just had a bed and a mini fridge. We just went for just the night, and then Sunday morning we met up at the house, and my dad's, because my dad is gay, him and his husband came, and they walked me down the aisle, and oh, it was so amazing because they didn't get to do that with me for my first marriage. And so it was just so perfect. And I was so glad that my stepdad, his name's Steve, that he wanted to be a part of it, and he walked me down the aisle too. So I had both of my dads on my arms, and it was seriously so amazing. It was perfect. I just can't describe it any other way. The whole day was just perfection, even though Ashley got sick that morning, and it was just it was kind of crazy and wild, but it was so good. Everybody took care of us. Ashley had her best friend with her, took care of her, got her feeling better, and then we were able to make it to the wedding site, and it was just perfect. It was amazing. It all worked out great. Okay. So I'll post some pictures, or I probably already posted some pictures as I was talking. So we've been married for 3 weeks now, which is just so crazy, but I love it. It's nice to have that, we were committed before, right? But to have that full commitment ceremony, and just everybody knows that she is my wife. And I love that word, wife, and I say wife all the time. As much as I can, I say the word wife. But it's just it rededicates, or not rededicated, it refocuses you. So things, yes, life is hard, and we fight and we argue, and the kids drive us both crazy, and life, but at the same time, it does feel different. It feels like we are focused on each other, even when we're angry at each other, it's just amazing. She is seriously my best friend, and we tell each other everything. And I didn't have that before in my first marriage. I told myself I did, I told myself all of these things, but it was like, it wasn't. Like, this is completely different and it's so much better, and I'm so happy. So yay for that. It was really good. Okay, so we've been married for 3 weeks, and yeah, we've just been plucking along. Some stuff got finalized with her ex, and so we're moving past all of that, and it feels good. I've had some stuff come up with my ex and my kids, and we're getting that taken care of, and like, life is good. It's not perfect, but it is amazing. It is good. It is great. I love it. Okay, I think that, let's see, that was the other big thing that was kind of holding me back from scrapbooking and like being able to focus on my hobby and things that I wanted to do, but I just felt like it was just another thing to add to my to-do list. Like, it wasn't, my life wasn't holding me back, but it was just, when you're in the thick of things, like, it's hard to add a hobby to the mix that takes up a lot of time, if that makes sense, right? So I took a break from, I believe it was like April. I think it was the end of April to now, I'm gonna say to August, and now I am feeling like, okay, I'm fulfilled, I can breathe, I am good emotionally, I am emotionally healthy, like, I'm doing the work on me, and Ashley and I are good, we're married, we're wives, like, our kids are good, we're all happy. And so now I'm like, okay, I can step back into the scrapbooking world. So Hannah and I actually just filmed the very first episode of me coming back to the Scrappy Chats with Hannah and Megan, or Crafty Meggy, which is the Crafty Maven Getaway podcast. And we just filmed that on Friday, this last Friday. I'm recording this on Sunday. And so I'm thinking she's gonna post it this coming Saturday, which I believe, I wanna say it's, oh gosh, I think it's August 9th. I think she's gonna post it on August 9th, 8th or 9th, somewhere around there. So I will, once she gets it posted, I will put the link down in the description below, so that you guys can find that easily. But we decided to talk about taking a break from hobbies and then coming back, and like, has my reason why changed, and why did I do it, and how do I feel now? And it was such it was awesome. It was such a good episode, and I'm really excited to see what everybody thinks and what they have to share if you guys have taken a break. Hannah and I would love to hear about that. If you've taken a break, whether it's long or short, or, you know, you haven't gotten back into it, like, has it helped you to take that break and all of that? So that should post this coming weekend. And then I'm gonna start posting on YouTube again. I do have a couple ideas for some series that I'm going to be doing. So the first one is going to be a wedding series, which of course Hannah, my scrappy bestie, and I are going to be doing that series together. She got married last year, and she has been wanting to scrapbook her photos for that. But you know, life is crazy and busy, and so me getting married and talking about how I want to start printing off photos and things from our wedding and all of that. It made her excited to scrapbook her wedding photos, and so she suggested we do a wedding series. So I'm gonna do a whole other video about the wedding series, so I'm not gonna go into depth about it, but I did want to show you guys. Hannah is such an amazing bestie, and this is the guest book, the wedding guest book that Hannah got for us, and she made it for us. So I thought I would kind of show you guys just a sneak peek of it. Let's see. So, I think I'm gonna have to like glue a couple things. So she made this card, and then it's got like some openings to put photos. I put in our wedding announcement on here, and then I printed off some photos before the wedding, and she like decorated a bunch of papers and pages and things. And then here in the back, she had a space for cards from people that attended the wedding, and then another space for cards. So I'm gonna do a flip through of this, but she was so amazing because I wanted to do something different. I didn't want a traditional guest book because I knew we would use it that one day and then forget about it, right? And never look at it again. And so I asked Hannah if she would do something for us. And so she bought this for us, and this was her wedding present to us. Along with she and Ashley planned like my bachelorette party, and you know, we had lots of fun hanging out while she was here. So that was really, really exciting. So I'm gonna do another video about the wedding where I'm going to show you all the pages, and I'm gonna kind of go through all of that as well. So that is something that you guys can look forward to, is Hannah and I are doing that wedding series. I believe we are both going to try to post, I think it's next week. We're gonna start, you know, like we're both gonna do our face-to-face intro videos, and we're kind of going to challenge each other to do different things. It's not gonna be like a normal series where everybody does the same thing. We're just kind of gonna have fun with it, and I'm so excited about it. Then I'm also going to do a series in November that is going to chronicle, and I'm gonna try my hardest to post a new video every day in November, and I'm gonna go through and finish up my December documented of 2022 album, and then I'm gonna do like an album share, and then I'm gonna finish my December 2024 where I took a daily photo. So I did do a December daily in 2024, I just haven't like really finished it. So I started working on it in April. And so what I'm gonna do in November is I'm gonna finish it, and then I'm gonna do a walkthrough. And then I'm also going to start making plans for my December daily for this year, which I'm super excited about because I haven't really like made plans before the month of December since like 2019. Well, maybe I did one in 2020. I don't really remember. I think I did do 2020 and 2021. It was just since 2022, like I've kind of been not really doing December daily beforehand. It's like an afterthought. And so this year I want to do December daily. And so I'm super excited, and I'm gonna make all these plans, and I'm gonna do a separate video for that too in November and share all of those plans with you guys and everything. So those are the two series that I'm going to be working on for the rest of the year. I'll be doing the wedding series with Hannah, and then also the December documented December daily series in November, and I'm probably going to keep it going in December. I don't think in December I will be doing like a daily video, obviously, just because December is crazy and I don't want to put that pressure on myself. But where it's August and I'm starting to think about December daily already, like I think I can do the 30 days of videos in November. So I'm going to start doing that now and start planning now. So look forward to those things. I'm super duper excited. And I do have a new space for my scrapbooking area. That's also something that is changing because I did have my scrapbooking space in my bedroom. So this is my bedroom. It's on the front of the house, and it does have a lot of lights. Like I have a window here, and then I have a window that's set up behind my video where I'm sitting. And it was nice for that there was so much light coming in, but my room is so small because my bed is so huge that it just wasn't conducive to, like, I started feeling claustrophobic in my space, and then I didn't want to scrapbook. And so I moved my space out to the living room after we decided that we weren't gonna try to sell the house. So in July, I did move my scrapbooking space out into the living room. So I think I'll also do like a little setup video for you guys. Probably another day though. I'm not gonna add it onto this video. So that is my life update. We are so happy, we're doing great. I think I'm gonna jump outside and I'm gonna show you kind of like the backyard, and then if you guys are interested in doing like a house tour, I can like do another video that shows you all of that stuff if you want a house tour video, and something that kind of showcases like the ideas and plans that we have for the next couple of years. But if you are interested in a house video and like our ideas and plans, let me know. Drop a comment down below if that's something you would be interested in seeing. If not, I won't do it. But if you guys are interested, I might just do a whole separate video. But I'm gonna jump outside and show you guys the backyard right now. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope that you have a great scrappy day. Okay guys, this is our garage. This is the door to the house. Yes, it's really gross because it used to just be a muddy mess out here, and so the dogs and puppies have scratched up the door. So this is one of the things that we will be replacing. So yeah, but this is the garage. This is the door to the house. Let me turn you around. Okay, so the door to the garage or to the house is right there. Then we have this door, and we do have a doggy door, which is nice. Okay, so please, no judgment, because this backyard was seriously just like a heap of weeds when we moved in, and we still have so many weeds over here because, like I said, if you don't keep up on it, it becomes a jungle. So, and obviously the kids are in charge of doing the weeds, and they don't like to throw anything away, so of course there's just a pile of weeds. All of these rocks are going to be around the edging of where the grass isn't bare. Okay, I think I'm going to put the dumb dog inside because he's so annoying. All he does is bark. Okay, maybe he's going to shut up. So all of this is the sod that we laid down, right? But we didn't have enough to do this side of the house, and I'll show you guys that, and then I'll walk around the yard. We didn't have enough sod, so we have decided we're gonna do little edging. And so we're gonna put all of these lava rocks and cement pieces and stuff that we've gotten for free on Facebook all around the areas where there isn't any grass. So this area over here is kind of like not doing great, and we water it. Like, we've been watering it. And so I don't know what else to do with like these areas that are just like dead. Like, I don't even know why, really. Well, Ashley's not going to be very happy about that. Should probably go tell her. Hold on. Okay, yeah, Ashley was not happy about that. They were leather gloves, so they are expensive. But I don't know if you guys can see, but it's just like dead. Like, it just doesn't even make sense because we've been watering it. Like, I don't know. We put Epsom salt down, but it's just not, like, this right here is good. And then all of this is grass, and all these weeds just, and we pulled out all of the weeds. So I don't even know what to do. This is weeds. We're gonna put like thin rocks and stuff there, kind of as like a walkway for this area. But we got to get rid of all the weeds. And then this area is where we're going to start. I think we'll probably put the lava rocks just all along the edging wherever the grass is. And then we're going to get like some river rocks, like small river rocks, and put that down. We need to actually, these are called, this, I think it's burning bush or something like that. But we bought these. God, the dogs are so annoying. We got 2 of those, and then we're gonna get a trellis, and we're gonna put like some flowers and stuff here. And then we're gonna do like the cement. I think we're gonna do like a little garden area right here and have those big cement pieces here. But the same with this area, like it just is dead, and I'm just like, I don't even know what to do anymore with that. So, and then this area here, we're gonna put lava rock all along here, and then river rock here. But again, we got to get rid of all these weeds and then put down the fabric stuff. And then this area, we were thinking we would do like a garden area or something. I don't really know what we're gonna do over here. So I was thinking maybe we could make this into an asphalt area, and then at some point, if I ever get like a she shed, we could put that back here, and then we would just make one of these fence areas. We would just make that into like a wheeling fence so it opens up, or we would just put in a gate right there so that I could get to the she shed. But I don't know. We have lots of ideas, but this corner too is having a hard time. This grass right here was somebody's grass that they gave us for free off of Facebook. This grass right here is all sod that we paid for, and it's just, I don't know what's going on. Like, I just don't even know, because it gets watered. It gets watered. So I don't know what to do about the grass. But this is the fire pit. And you can see we have all the sand down. It looks like one of the dogs was digging, so that's great. We have the sand down, but it's not enough. So we have to put the dirt down. Oh, good. It looks like the dogs have been digging over here too. So that's awesome. So, yeah. We're hoping to finish this, I don't know, in the next couple weeks maybe. And we'll kind of see how long it lasts. But anyway, that is our craziness in the backyard. And then this area over here is going to be like the porch. And this is where we were thinking we would do, like we were going to do the wood porch just all on that side. But wood is so expensive now that I'm kind of wondering if it's cheaper to just do cement. So we might just do cement all the way from here to the house, and then all the way to the back. Over here we have a little dog house that we need to probably just take to the dump because the dogs have never used it. And then the gate is right there, so we'll probably just do cement all the way back to there. But yeah, super duper fun. Oh, look, they're digging to China again. Awesome. It's wonderful having dogs. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will talk to you guys soon, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Bye.